So if we turn our attention to our experience just as it is, welcome. Welcome yourself, welcome sensations within your body. And allow your experience to reveal itself in its fullness. A fresh moment. The past is not necessary. You don't need to recall anything. Whatever arises is fully available. No dispute, no argument. Nothing being disturbed. It may seem too simple. And why not? You may be expecting something. And there it is, whatever it is you're expecting. The experience of expectation is there. What does it look like? You may want things to be in a certain way. You are free to do so. But what does it look like? What does it feel like? It's interesting to be not knowing. Meeting your experience without any rehearsal. Are we seeking something? And so what if we get it? Is something lacking right now? And lacking for whom? Is the universe missing anything? Are you apart from the universe? What sets you apart? Are they the hands that belong to the body? Are they your hands? What determines it that you are a body? What about the oceans, the sky, the galaxies? What makes them separate from your body? What makes it that the universe is not your body? What borders are there to you? The body is breathing the entire universe. The entire universe is breathing through the body. Can you, for a moment, be completely free from the past, the future, beliefs, notions, ideas about anything and everything, particularly about yourself? You are 100% yourself. You've never been less or more. And this self that you are is undefined. Whichever way you define yourself is a mistake, because you're only defining something that you perceive. You imagine it to be yourself. You identify yourself with feelings, thoughts, images. The gender of the body, the abilities and qualities of the body. You say, these are my qualities. What a foolish thing to do. Listen. Listening has no boundaries. There's no personal doer. There's no personal listener in listening, and yet there is listening, which is not different from being. It's not that being is doing any listening, but in listening, it's being listening. Without any doing, without any doer. You are the entire universe, the entire realm. In this moment and every moment, there are no borders to being. Your being and my being and the being of the universe, the isness of the universe are one. This body inhales with the universe, simultaneous inhalation, and exhales with the universe, simultaneous exhalation. They're not two. Your roots extend throughout the entire universe. Which we sometimes say the tree of life. What isn't? What isn't life? You are not defined by your mind. You're not defined by the world, by perceptions, by sensations. You are the silent, still presence, the universal beingness. You don't need to be convinced of that. It doesn't matter, your conviction. It doesn't change the fact. There's nothing that can be added or removed. The reality is absolute. And you are not an imaginary character. Well, I'm gonna stop talking. And you're welcome to explore whatever you feel like exploring. So sometimes I say, any questions? Or, hey, Richard. Let me see, I think, did I, wait a minute.
I think so. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yes. Hello, Richard.
Thank
Yes.
You, I'm trying to think of a way to ask the question that doesn't really kind of fall back on like language of choice or like body mind making decisions. But I was just would love to hear you speak more about the role of satsang in life. I mean, was there a time when maybe you could talk about when you decided to start holding satsangs and what you see the role of satsang is? And I know the question's kind of, it's implying certain choices and decisions, but I was wondering if you could maybe talk about the role of satsang in your life and how it started for you.
So satsang is there is an availability, an openness, let's say, one could say an interest in sharing, but it's a two-way street. So there is an interest, a shared interest, a shared interest. And interest is not a personal interest. It's somehow, we don't know why or how come. I mean, we could have narratives about it, but the bottom line is we really don't know how or why, but here we are interested in sharing, exploring, talking, being together around the fire of truth, around the contemplation of reality, around the exploration of the source of the absolute. So in satsang, there's this shared interest, and there is no one who knows more than another one. It's not that way. That's the illusion of separation, the illusion of personhood. When in fact, it is just somehow a cosmic event. Somehow we find ourselves together at a gathering, at a crossroad, at a meeting place, a meeting. And the meeting is really a meeting at the heart level, at the level of love and passion for truth. That's where we truly meet. We don't meet at the mind level. I mean, yes, there is in a way sort of a situation, a world body-mind situation that appears to us like this meeting, for example. But that's just it's the stage. It's just a stage. But, the stage it's not the meeting. It's an empty stage until we realize that we share the same love and the same passion. So in satsang, there is really nothing to teach. It's not a teaching modality. It's being with oneself in the most intimate possible way. And in a way, we are never apart from oneself. One is never apart from oneself, and yet under the impression of the separate consciousness. The fact that we are never apart from the totality, or never apart from each other, is veiled somehow, temporarily veiled. So we say, there is a teacher and there are students, but that's just such a gross way of saying it. The quotes unquote teacher appears with the student. The question and the answer appear together. So in sharing, we share from different levels. We share from where we're at. And we're always sharing. And along our journey, there are the field gets clearer and clearer. The stage becomes more spacious, less crowded. The visitation of angst and unhappiness diminishes, and it's more and more peace in your life. And clarity and understanding. And along the path is the understanding that there are also still remaining questions, remaining doubts, or remaining issues to be explored. But they go on diminishing. I mean, in my case, there was a moment where there was no possibility of experiencing separation. It sort of was noticed. And somehow, soon after, very, very soon after, very quickly after, there was a strong draw towards sharing. That's just for this particular character. It doesn't apply for everybody, is it? So satsang, like I think, was it Christ who said, when two or more people gather in my name, I am among them, or something like that. So that's satsang. And 2 or 3 people, or even one person, is turning their attention towards the source, towards God, towards truth, towards reality. It's satsang. In spite of the mind wanting to sort of to take the dominance, or to take the foreground, in spite of the mind wanting to take the foreground, like in the old days, because of grace meaning our interest in truth and reality, which is not a personal interest, it's an interest that comes to us. Then the power of the mind weakens. Its power to delude us, to delude you, weakens. So yes, sometimes in satsang we're repeating the same thing over and over, but it doesn't matter, because every moment is a fresh moment. Because the teaching is really simple. It's not possible to be holding satsang for years and not to be repeating. But the source consciousness, awareness is fresh every moment. It doesn't repeat itself. There is no repetition. What I think sometimes Francis says that you don't swim in the same water twice, something like that. So like every moment we meet freshly. Every moment you meet yourself, you meet yourself freshly. Every moment you meet your experience, you're meeting your experience freshly. And in the meeting, like the meeting this moment, it's not a meeting of two, because your experience is very intimate. It's complete intimacy, that you cannot separate your experience from yourself. You cannot separate anything from yourself in this moment. Thought gives you the impression, thought says, oh, well, no, that's over here, that's over there, blah, blah, blah. But even the thought is intimately experienced as yourself. So satsang is this intimacy. It's, in a way, because once you comprehend it, that there is no separation, that you're never apart, there's nothing ever apart from yourself. And then you come to comprehend that we are never not in meditation. We are never not in meditation, it's always meditation. But in this meditation, there is no separate meditator. The entire universe is meditating itself, as a way of speaking, as the meditation of one, a non-dual meditation. which has no beginning and no ending. But it's not in time. Sometimes we misunderstand no beginning and no ending. We misunderstand. We may feel that, oh my goodness, we're stuck in limbo. It's a different understanding about no beginning and no ending, meaning the eternity of being. Eternity of being is a freedom from the limitations of time and space. The freedom from the impression of decay or impression of birth and death. Because that which is reality of being is not born or dies. It has no beginning or ending. It's not phenomenal in the phenomenal realm, like the weather or hunger or the life of the body. So in satsang, you go to satsang and eventually realize that you are a satsang as a way of speaking. Everything is satsang. So I saw your question, Isaac. You said, what is this life? You say, what is this life? What is it? What is it? This life? What is it? When you say this life, what are you pointing?
Well, you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, this experience, is something we can call special. And what the difference between this being here and not being here?
Well, we don't know anything about not being here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
That would be a story, because what is very clear is this experience, yes? So when we say that life is right here, right now, yes? Not some theory about life, about blah, blah, So it's say life is this right here, right now. This is life. So when we say
life.
Right here, right now, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? There is perception. There is a breath. There is hearing. There is sensation of your feet on the ground. But all of that is possible only because there is awareness, consciousness. What would be this perception without the awareness? Let's say there is this perception and you remove the awareness, you remove consciousness. What would happen to this perception?
Cannot exist.
Yes. So in our experience, when we say what is life, because we're not interested in making a philosophical discourse about life. So we say life is this experience. This experience is made out of awareness. And awareness is, in a way, as a way of speaking, it's taking on the form of this perception. Because this perception, you can remove the perception. Yes?
Yes.
But you cannot remove the awareness. If you remove the perception, awareness is still there. There is still awareness, yes?
Yes.
You can remove the perception, but you cannot remove the awareness.
Okay.
So this experience, what we call life, is okay. Life is a good word. Life
It's a warrior.
is awareness. Is awareness.
Okay.
And you say then, well, what about me? What about me? So then you say, okay, can you, if you take me and you remove awareness, what is me? There is no me.
No me.
So me is awareness.
Yeah.
Me is awareness. So awareness is me. Awareness is also this perception. Awareness is also this hearing, this perceiving, this sensing. So you could say life is awareness. And awareness also appearing as this body, as this mind, as this world. Not in any separate way. It's not like awareness says, okay, I'm going to, like, the puzzle. I'm going to separate myself in 5 billion pieces. It's not like that. We have the experience of awareness because we are aware. We are aware. So we know awareness firsthand. We have a first-hand experience of awareness. Because we are aware, you see. So we have the experience of awareness, a direct experience of awareness. It's not a theoretical experience. It's a direct experience of awareness. This moment, every moment. So we know awareness very, very intimately. And we cannot separate ourselves from awareness. We cannot say, well, okay, I am here and awareness is over there. So awareness and I is one. I means awareness. I is awareness. So I awareness takes on the form of this perception. So
it's a non-phenomenological experience of awareness, right? We don't experience awareness in the way we experience anything else, correct?
No, we experience awareness 24/7. There is nothing else that you experience outside awareness. Right. You experience the sun. This is awareness. How is this not awareness? Can you say there is awareness, but this is not awareness?
No.
So this is awareness, not clapping. This is awareness. This, because we are in language, language is a tool that can point in a certain direction. But truth is not in the language. The language is a vehicle, a vehicle. So we cannot remove ourselves from awareness, nor can we remove anything from awareness. What would be something else than awareness? It would be non-awareness, right? Let's say there was an opposite to awareness. There is awareness and there is something else. Whatever that something else is, it would be non-awareness, or other than awareness. Other than awareness meaning not awareness. Is it possible for non-awareness to exist? If you say yes, it is possible for non-awareness to exist, how could you say yes, non-awareness does exist? The only way for you to be able to say yes, non-awareness does indeed exist, is because you're aware that there is such a thing as non-awareness, which is tautology. It makes no sense. How can non-existent exist? We say there is existence and non-existence. So therefore the existence exists and non-existence exists. How could non-existence exist? So in the terms of life, if you replace the word life with consciousness or with existence, so then you could say, well, there is life or existence, but there is no opposite. There is nothing that's called not life, non-existence. How could non-existence exist? Just replace the word life with existence, or replace the word life with awareness or consciousness. Because when we say the word life, if we're really serious about the word, then we have to be talking about something real, not something abstract, like a concept. Because we're not talking about the concept, then we must be, in a way, we must be talking about our direct experience now, somehow, in some way. Otherwise, we just be, in some sort of abstraction. And, abstraction is a different direction. The concepts are useful if they relate to reality, like the concept of life, or the concept of beauty, or the concept of eternity. It has to have a meaning in reality. Because if it does not have a meaning in reality, then its meaning only exists in non-reality, non-real meaning. So reality is sort of like the benchmark in a way. It's like you can't wiggle your way around it. Because if you wiggle your way around reality, you'll be going into the illusion. There isn't a third option. There isn't like a semi-reality. You can say, well, there are levels of reality. There is like a relative reality. No, it's absolute. You say. This is why we say consciousness, awareness. We have a direct knowing of awareness, because we are aware. And that's absolute. Absolute meaning we never experience non-awareness. It's not possible. It's not possible to speak of non-awareness, except if you're just babbling in for whatever reason, So the question, what is this life, is the same question as what is consciousness, or the same question as what am I? Or the same question as what is reality? Same question as what is God? Same question as what is absolute? There's the same question, different ways of saying the question. And I am is absolute. Why? Because we never know not I am. There is no option B. I am is option A, and is no option B. I am not. How could you say I am not? What would say that? So in a way, I am is the only option. so because it's the only option, there is no option. I mean, it's not, option is usually option A, option B, option C, like those guys, in New York City, they put the white beam under the 3 cups and tell you, pick a cup, the easiest way to lose $20, So the I am is absolute, is like, it's absolute. So there are no options. In reality, there are no options. There's just reality. And I know because I am I. I'm not talking about the body. The body is whatever, big, tall, male, female, black, brown, yellow, whatever, bald or not bald, whatever, the body. But I know I because I am I, right? Not I am Magdi or I'm Isaac or Richard or George. No, I am I. I is I. I knows it is, which is the same as I know I am. You see. And so when we let go of the notion that I am somebody, what remains is I. When we don't continue to sort of, I am this, I am that, I am good, I am, when we don't add, I am somebody, I am the body, I am this, I am that. When you erase that somehow, you erase it. What remains is I, meaning consciousness. I remain as this beingness, knowingness, not knowingness. You follow?
Thank you, Magdi and Isaac.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, very clear, Magdi, what you said. Mhm.
Okay. Beautiful. Okay.
I think it's very, very beautiful, Magdi. Absolutely astounding. Thank you very much.
Okay, Nathan. Yes.
It's so simple, really. So simple.
Yes. Not to add on.
And divine, completely divine.
Yes, divine. Yes, absolutely. To remain as you are. You are as you are. To not to add on. To be watchful of the add on about the I, not to add on, because you know how like sometimes you have a wall with Velcro and you can stick things on the wall, you know, you can, anything you put, it sticks Velcro, but consciousness is not a Velcro. It's not a Velcro. There are no, you know, like when you go into the house, you have a coat hanger and you can hang your coat, you know, 5, 6. But consciousness, there are no hangers. No, you cannot, there are no hooks to hang your coats. There isn't like a hook here, a hook there, and you can hang your coat. So whatever you're adding on is imaginary. You imagine that there is a hanger, or that there is, you imagine, but it just goes into the space, goes into the space. There's nothing that actually coagulates, says, oh yes, you know, now you've become somebody. It's all in the space, in the space of imagination. And then, so when you're living in the space of imagination, imagining yourself to be something, then you're playing the game of unhappiness, because you're feeling, you know, oh my God, you know, I'm getting old, because you say, I'm the body, right? So you already added on to consciousness the body. You say, I'm the body. Oh, the body is getting old, so therefore I'm getting old. The body is sick, therefore I'm sick. The body is getting white hair. Oh, I'm getting white hair. Blah, 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 you know, blah, blah, blah. And then you do the same thing with the other. And then you say, oh, I'm the body. Oh, body B did not treat me the correct way. I came in to the gas station, to the parking spot, and they squeezed in ahead of me. Oh, I am the body, now I'm the car. I'm the car. Car B is squeezing car A. You don't mess with my car. You don't do that to my car, you see. So I'm very upset. I'm very upset. All of that is just such futility and such a unnecessary. And you have to really believe, really become clear, not believe, become clear that it's unnecessary. And nobody's doing it but yourself. You know, it's not like, oh, my mother she's the one who, who is responsible. No. What's your mother? Your mother isn't even here. Your father, your priest, your rabbi, your guru. It's you. You are interested in you're interested in being a driver of the car. You are interested in being a driver. Maybe you like the car, you know. So then you say, oh, look at the car I'm driving. Right. So there's a flip side of the coin, you know. You get a little moment of happiness because you're driving a beautiful car, but now you're stuck as a driver. No, you really, what they say, God help you. Anyways.
Don't drive anyway. There's no petrol here now.
Yeah. Oh. Right. Yeah. It's it's like we don't want to be happy. It's like, because nobody is actually forcing unhappiness onto us. It's us. We don't want to be happy. We don't believe, maybe we don't believe it's possible to be happy. That you need something to be happy. But you know, if you need something to be happy, that something better be eternal, because you know, as soon as it breaks down, then what happened to your happiness? You see? Maybe you believe it's not possible to be happy. Well, if it's not possible to be happy, how come you experience happiness sometimes? You do experience happiness sometimes. So what is that? What is that? Obviously, it's not an imagination. Because when you experience happiness, you know deep down that yes, wow, that was so great. Actually, it leaves a big impact on you. Because it's an experience of reality. Happiness, experiencing happiness is experiencing reality. Because reality, happiness, and love, and beauty, freedom, and joy, and wisdom, all of that, they're one and the same. When you're experiencing freedom, you're experiencing reality. This is why we strive for happiness, for peace, for freedom, for joy. Because we know that they are real.
Thank you, Magdi. Thank you very much.
Okay, Nathan, nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Yeah. Well, it's very beautiful to be together and to see each other. And it's beautiful, isn't it? Well, thank you all. Love you all. Very beautiful to see you. Yes. Okay.
Thank you, Magdi.
Thank you, Meg. Thank you.